Hello everyone. Today we both are present here. I myself as Om Ranjan of Sandhya Modern High School of class 12th standard.
And I, Sarvesh Kumar of Sandhya Modern High School of 12th standard, under the guidance of our mentor Sir Vijay, we have brought here the project on plasma gasification. Today we are going to present how our model would work.
See, this is the somehow the plasma reactor where this our project depends upon. In this, first of all, the waste comes here and is treated in a various forms, and the gas that comes out that can be utilized in the several sectors. This is how somewhat steps.
Today a lot of waste are being produced, and that how we are going to manage it was our main topic, and thus we have selected this process of plasma gasification, and our working would be the flow diagram of the working is presented here. First of all, the waste that we will bring to the waste treatment plant, that will be pre-treated in sorter and crusher. It will be crushed into smaller finer pieces so that it can be taken into the thermal plasma furnace, which can be operated through plasma torches as well as through additional fuel if required to be provided by LPG, plasma gas, airstream. And after this process, the syngas, all the materials that we have put it here will be converted to O2 as well as H2 and CO, and they mix and they will be converted to syngas, and then it will have a high it will produce a large amount of heat, and it will have high kinetic energy, a large amount of heat, due to which when it will pass through heat exchanger where we are providing with cold water, it will convert the water that is present into steam, and that steam will be used to run steam turbine. Here electricity will be produced in this process. The remaining slag which will be present here, it will be provided to sorter, where this whatever we residue that we are obtaining, it can be used as aggregate in construction sites as well as in various different uses. So we will have minimal amount of waste, and then this heat, after heat exchanger, most of the heat will be taken, and after reducing it to a lower amount, we will get gas treatment. We will get this process into gas treatment process, and when it will be passed to gas treatment process, then here there are various processes that will allow to make it clean, and thus by this after getting it gas being treated, it will be passed to sand gas utilization process, where there are various uses of this syngas, and these are the different various field where we can use it, and thus this whole model will work.
Now we know that every year 620 lakhs of waste of tons are produced, but what about the treatment? Only 420 lakhs of waste of tons are treated, that also not in a such effective manner that can be utilized in our day-to-day life. Those huge bulk amount of waste that will be collected, that comes in this plasma reactor. In this plasma reactor, the bulk of waste that comes, that get deposited in it, and after that there are two rods that are carbon and zinc rods, electrodes, that gives current. While the current gives, there is a huge amount of sparkling, due to which the gas that gets reacted with this gas that converts into the plasma atoms. These plasma atoms gets further into the next chamber, that is a heat exchanger chamber. The residue or the slug which comes down after gets boiled out, that is used as an aggregate in the construction chambers. Now the gas moves upon in the heat exchanger, where this heat exchanger chamber acts as a water scrubber, where the water is prone from upstream, and the water is used to cool down the gas. This process is done in a fast manner, where the gas comes into the next chamber, that is known as gas cooling, where it is done.
After the gas comes here, it is being utilized in different, where the gas is being treated in this, and then it is passed on to syngas combustor, where there are various uses where we can use it for various purposes. And after it passes on to here, where we can say to the syngas combustor, we get various useful products, such as we get ethanol, we get various this syngas which is being produced can be used as fuel in many that what we say vehicles and further
industries. This fuel can also be, this gas can also be utilized in production of energy in the power stations. That energy can be supplied to the grid for several uses.
The basic idea why we selected this project was that there a large dumping yard, that is Nali dump yard, was present in our locality, and thus this idea came to us when we because we wanted to we were seeing a lot of problem that was being faced there, and thus we selected this project. Then what is the where after being selected, what was the development that we did was we made the entire project in the initial stage. What we did was just assembling, but after we got selected, we collected more data upon the dump yard which was here present here, and how we are gonna treat it, and how we are gonna after all the theoretical data, after all that things was done, and there are various challenges that we are facing just now, and how we are going to treat that is the basic challenge. And this present project that we are presenting here is presently working at various places, but just such as in various countries, this near about same technology is being used. And what we have to what we want to say is that since in our own country there are various places where there are only one place where this project is presently in working, that is in Pune, and thus it will be a golden opportunity if we got a chance to use our knowledge and use our research work, and thus we can solve a problem which is present here, and we can do a betterment for this place.
There are mainly three types of waste that we know: biodegradable, non-biodegradable, and electronic waste. We know that biodegradable waste can be used in a farming, agriculture sector by treating it as a form of fertilizer and manures. But there is a problem of how to treat and manage these non-biodegradable waste and these electric waste. So we have come with this prototype. We can show you that how we can effectively manage our non-biodegradable waste and electronic waste in the present scenario. Our present scenario is waste locally upon means collecting the waste and throwing here and there. But what we have to do, we are dreaming of several high-tech cities, but we have to do a lot on that by setting up these plants. These plants can effectively manage the waste in a limit period of time.
It is believed that if we are not going to treat the waste and treat this problem of waste management at this initial stage, then in near future it is the quite possibility that we will be living under garbages. As we can see the condition of Delhi, how much pollution we are creating, what are its demerits, and what are the demerits of the present all that what we are having, present technology that we are using. Present technology that we are using to use the waste, such as the synchronized landfills, such as in standard inclination. Here the power is generated in this process, but what we do is that we burn directly the waste. There is demerits of this process, and we are not gonna able to easily manage it.
First problem of today present scenario is that landfill during the waste that is deposited in the landfill that pollutes the present environment in a high manner, but that present environment gets very much polluted, and due to this pollution the people living around this area gets affected due to the several diseases like typhoid, cholera, pneumonia, and several other diseases.
Standard plasma arc technology is basically what is shown here. The basic in plasma gasification we produce 816. It is advantageous to us in the various ways. There are various regulations of environmental standards, and this project will serve all these standards. There are various regulations for waste. Energy consumption in waste. All the materials have different calorific values, and we can obtain that by the process of gasification. And the reality is, if we use this process, then this is the benefit that we are gonna. So at last, what we want to say is that this process would help us in near future, and it will be the best way that how we are gonna manage our waste in the near future. It is the future of waste management system. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you.